Now the jetboard's ours!
I call shotgun.
Welcome to another part of Jack 2. This time we are back in the forest area, in which we now just got ourselves our fucking board. I pressed the wrong button. Good start. I'll get the darky coat back, don't worry. But yeah, we got our hoverboard now, which is great, because now we've got the jetboard. We can now use it anywhere we want. And we are going to need it for this level, definitely, to get some orbs. Which I'm going to do right now, because what we're supposed to do is go to that glowing spot over there to go to a new area in the spot. But, I'm not doing that yet, because I need the fucking orbs. And in order to get the orbs, we need this fucking jetboard. So, jump cut. Over here is free orbs. And to get them, I need to climb up this spot, which you can by either grinding up, or doing what I did if it's not working for you, which for some reason didn't for me. Sort of riding up the rail. It's really awkward. I don't know why the grind doesn't work for me here. It should, but for some reason it's just not grinding at all. In fact, both sides refuse to actually do a grind, and I don't know why. It should fucking grind, but for some stupid reason it's just not bothering. And the graphics are also glitching about. I think there might be a problem with this fucking grind here. I think there might be a problem with these spots, because they're not loading properly. Yeah, I think they might be kind of fucked, and I don't know why they're fucked in the PS4 version. They were fun on PS3, and they were fun in PS2. For some reason in PS4, they just don't want to work. This is fine. Now climb up this spot. Probably fine, because it's a slope for some reason. Anyway, we're back over to the Dark Eco spot here, the Dark Eco Lake, in which there was this spot right over here, this nice little opening, which has some more precursor orbs for us to get. And there's one precursor orb to get, which will bring us to a magical number, which is off in the very corner, a specific corner, of all this Dark Eco around here. It's right in this little spot here, and there it is. I don't know why they put it here, but there you go. Let's go grab it. 69, the magic number. Now we can go to the new area. Now we can explore what is going to be happening here. This brand new area, which I'll be skipping to, even though we're entering this spot. I'll be skipping straight to this area because this animation you don't really need to see after the first time. And these two areas are actually separate. This is the forest area. The one we just went through is the mountain area. And the whole spot here... Yes, the whole point of this spot is essentially like the flying lurkers in Jak 1. Except we're on a board, and these guys are sort of flying giant dragonfly fucking metalheads. I don't know what the fuck. But they kind of just exist here. For some reason, they're just kind of here. And we have to chase them. They won't attack us. They'll never attack us. They just run away from us. And all we have to do is just chase them, grab them. The metalhead gem will pop out of their head once we grab them, and that's it. They are legit the exact same as the flying lurkers in Jak 1. And they work the same way too. Just keep following them. You are slightly faster than them. Eventually you'll catch up to them and you'll get them. There are ways to make the process go faster, and that's mainly from the turning. And it's easier here because you have a lot more control of your board than you did with the zoomer back in Jak 1. So, getting them much faster for the use of turning, much easier here. Much more opportunities. And the devs kind of know that, so most of the pathing is very straight. There's not a lot of turns. So you kind of have to figure out a good way of getting a very sharp, good turn going in order to grab these motherfuckers. And that requires knowing their pathing, which I've forgotten about. So I just follow their bullshit until I get them. Also, these guys go through two different paths. With this guy in particular, this guy can either go downwards like that, or he can go right above and over the spot I was on just then. It's sort of like a path sort of thing, like right there. He's going around the thing now, so he's gonna start... Oh no, I'm wrong. He just goes around the tree. By the way, this tree here is of importance. Why? You'll find out later. It comes out pretty much at some point in the second half of the game, which we are nearing, by the way. We are nearing the second half of the story because things are starting to really heat up considering all the shit we've learned about in the last part. I mean, we learned a lot. We know that Center Village is Dead Town. We know that Samos is here, except he's young. And he's apparently the Shadow, the guy we're supposed to, you know, work with to help beat the Baron. And the Baron is doing deals with the Metalhead leader, except he's gonna fuck with him. Because right now, Dark Eco, apparently. Which, sure, why not? But yeah, a lot happens, and now we're just kind of doing this whole thing where we're chasing bugs. We've got the hoverboard, which is cool. We can use it anytime we want, but we are literally just doing a rehash of the Jack 1 mission back in Precursor Basin. Which, quite honestly, I do think this is very similar. Like, Precursor Basin I can see in the mountain area. This area, though, the forest area, I see this area as the fucking second Zoomer area. Where, after, like, the fucking giant boss back in the lava zone, I forgot his fucking name. After that, we had to chase after those fucking bastards who were gonna blow up the cave. Yeah, I think this is more similar to that area. Because it's a very forested area. And this looks a lot more like that than it does Precursor Basin. Now, as for the fucking, you know, the mines, that's another thing. I can see, like, why you would still think this is still Precursor Basin, essentially. But we've already seen Precursor Basin, and this entire area... By the way, yeah, there's a lot of Precursor orbs in the water. Kind of a nice callback to what we had to do before, where we just had to swim in the water and grab the orbs that way back in Jack 1 in some levels. Except here, only once, and we just had to fall in the water. There is barely any reason to ever dive in this game. Or even the third game, really. I don't think diving ever comes into play in the third game. But yeah, let's grab him and be done with this. There you go. Grab the orb and we're done. In the gym.
Work, boys. Come on back to the hideout. I have another task for you.
Yeah, we'll do that real soon. Right now I'm gonna look around for some more orbs, then we'll fuck off. But yeah. I honestly think this is that area. But I can see why I would still think this is Precursor Basin, even though it doesn't really look like Precursor Basin. Also, orb on the side, back at the tree area. There you go, 78. Okay, so here's the thing. We can now use the board around here. And there's also some side missions to do now. We've kind of had a bit of a lack of that recently. I mean, we could do that. We could, you know, go to any of the side missions. But as we continue on...
This is Krew. I just talked to my racing client, and she told me you were pretty good with that jetboard of hers. My sources say a shipment of Crimson Guard listening equipment just arrived in the port. None of us, including the underground, want those devices up and running. It's not
Krew just throws suspicion at us after that. And now we have the hoverboard. They want us to use it around this entire area. Because we have to go and drop, well, use hoverboard to just sort of, our jetboard I'm saying, over these fucking things, these boxes apparently, while avoiding all of these mines that are just around the water all of a sudden. And we have time to do all of this. Yeah. We have to destroy 16 of these fucking things. We only have about 2 minutes and 15 seconds to do so. As we destroy one, it kind of has a delay to it. And don't worry about the Crimson Guards and the alert. They can't do anything to us. They have no boats, and none of the ships can hurt us. So, you're safe. The only problem is the mines and the timer. But you do have enough time to get away from the mines if you activate one. So they have a bit of a timer before they actually explode. So they go by Crash Bandicoot logic, where they will just beep and then explode. You only have a second to get away from it though, so be careful of that, and they do chain together. But yeah, just go about and destroy them all and you're good to go. Just don't waste all your time. The mines are not the worst part. The timer is. It doesn't seem very tight, but if you miss just a few times, you could potentially fail with no way of getting out of it because they are spread about. They are pretty far away from each other. And the actual line that makes it go fast, you might not actually be in as you start this one. If you fail, you will restart into a spot where you are in the best spot to get a good route. But otherwise, unless you put yourself in the good spot before you start, you just gotta have to work with what you got. And really, I'm not in a terrible spot with my route. It's not the best, but I still managed, even after a few mistakes, a few misses and such, being able to actually beat this in about a little bit under 20 seconds left. There you go.
Excellent work, Jack. Even I am impressed. I should keep those unscrupulous Crimson Guards out of our business. What's the world coming to when you can't buy off a few guards with bribes?
And there you go. So, that's Krew done there. But now we have 3 missions to do, as you can see. And we could do Krew right now, but we have side missions, and I want to do them first. So let's go ahead and do the side mission right around this corner over back here.
Here's a tough one. Beat the clock to here.
Right, so where do you think this is? It's not that far away. We can reach it with the hoverboard. We can reach it with the jetboard, I mean. I keep saying hoverboard. That's basically what it is, though. We can reach it with the jetboard. Just about enough time to actually reach it if we know where it is. It's behind a rock. There are numerous rocks around here. Have you figured it out yet? No, it's not in the Yakao pin. By the way, the Yakaos have no importance outside of just being here. So there's a fucking callback to Jack 1. But yeah, have you figured it out yet? Well, I'm about to show you right now because we were actually very close to where the fucking bowl is. Right to where the orb is. Because it's not that rock, it's the rock right across from it. Yep, we're going straight for it right over there. We have enough time to actually grab it in 5 seconds. There you go. And there's one more objective to do. It's right next to Krew.
We'd like to see you prove your driving skills. Take on another ring challenge. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, this one's interesting. Now, you might be thinking we have the board and we just got this thing after getting the board. Maybe we're supposed to go and do this entire little side mission with the board. And I mean, you can do the first view with the board. It requires you to be really fast, but it's possible. And then you get to this point, where it's too high up. What is intended for this is to use the zoomer. It's another zoomer ring fucking challenge. We've gone for this before. It was the first objective we did before, but now we're doing it again. And it's a little bit harder because it's longer, and it requires us to go up a lot more. Which means dodging fucking pedestrians. But it gets even worse because this does require the jetboard. At least in the halfway point. And then it wants us back in a zoomer immediately. So we're about to get to the point where I have to get off this fucking zoomer right now and into a jetboard. Now I have to go through all the rings, avoiding the Crimson Guards because they will cause us trouble on this fucking thing. We don't need that. And grab all the rings. Eventually, we're going to get to the point where we're back onto that fucking annoying bridge. Here we are. I'm going to have to grab onto a zoomer immediately. We can grab some of these with the board, even though I missed. But, yeah, at this point, get a fucking zoomer and go. You can get one right after that fucking thing. It's not too far away, in case you didn't get any of the pedestrian ones. But most likely it's going to be a double-decker one, which you don't really want. Because these do get pretty far away. I mean, it's not impossible to get these last ones from a double-decker until you get to this one. Yeah.
Not bad. You could be my getaway driver anytime.
Was that supposed to be suggestive? Anyway, there's that. You can easily miss out a double one, and you might miss it with the singular one. If you do, just jump up and get it. Anyway, time for our main mission back at the hideout.
I want you boys to escort the kid over to Krew at the power station. He promised to look out for the boy, and I'm just too busy to babysit right now. Oh, and take the kid's crocodile with you. Oh, isn't he sweet?
So what's this kid's story?
I found him just wandering the streets, but that amulet around his neck means he may just be the lost heir to the city. Take the kid and the mutt to the power station. Watch out for guard patrols and defend the kid at all costs. Oh, and if you happen to lose the crocodile...
Hey kid, wait!
And of course, the fucking kid just runs off. And guess what? Yep, Crimson Guards find us, which means they might have found the hideout too. And now we're being fucking fought at. So, the first part, there are 3 parts to this mission, can be very annoying because if they even get anywhere near the kid and, you know, try to attack him, it's instant game over. Yeah. So, keep them away with your fucking scattergun. Because the kid won't get hurt by the scattergun, so use it. And it's got long range. You need it because there's a fuck ton of guards coming for you. And use it sparingly. 2 shots kills Crimson Guards with the scattergun. And keep an eye on the kid too. Eventually though, you'll get to this green spot over here, which is a zoomer. Get on the zoomer, stay below, and get to the next spot. This second part is very easy. As long as you get on the right zoomer. Fucking head zoomers, man. Right, so now all I have to do is get back to the power plant with the zoomer. Which then begins the third part. It's a shorter version of the first part, and it's not that bad as long as you do a specific thing. If you get to the power plant and you kill any of the guards that are near there, all the guards can do is try to chase after the kid from the other side. As soon as the kid is next to the power plant, kill all the guards that are up the ramp. After killing them, you're done. No other guards will appear. If you can pull that off without fail like I did, then this is not that hard a fucking mission. But you can potentially lose this because of the first part. And if you don't know that little trick of the third part where you can sort of despawn these guys if you kill the guys up top before you let the kid get anywhere near, essentially you will lose this one too, possibly, because they're coming from both sides and it will fuck you up. But yeah, outside of that, real easy shit. Get her done. And yeah. Just kill all the Crimson Guards and the mission will be done for you. Which you'll be getting this cutscene and a reward for your efforts taking down Crimson Guards and keeping the kids safe.
Let's get these two to core. Samus told us to bring the kid to you.
Thank you. I'll be sure to keep him close. Oh, sweet. Interesting. That insufferable mutt never liked anyone but the boy before.
I guess I'm just good with animals.
I hope we have enough eco to keep the metalheads at bay. During my travels in the deep wasteland, I saw some of the bigger ones. Awesome creatures.
We saw a big one coming out of a rift once. He was ugly.
I have some valuable information for you. The Baron is conducting an excavation at the dig. He is still looking for that ridiculous tomb. Frankly, I don't believe it exists, but you might as well go out there and disrupt his operation just in case. Knock down all the scaffolding at the site. That should set him back. Here is an air train pass to get you out there.
Well, that little scene was a bit unnecessarily foreshadowing for some reason. Anyway, we got the key card for the train, which is essentially going to take us to a new area that we have to go to. But not right now, because we've done 3 missions, because of Krew popping up in the middle of all this shit. And it does mean that this part is essentially over. We did get a lot of orbs, we did do a lot, and we do have 3 missions to choose from. The dig, Krew, and, you know, dealing with the Baron a little bit, because it's right fucking there. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. But, yeah, for now, next time, we get to choose out of these 3. What will I choose? What will I go for? We'll have to wait and see. And also, you know, we're getting more of this shit, so that's pretty good. We unlocked all the shit right now, so we're doing good so far. But yeah, next time on Jak 2, we get to choose some 3 missions. Which one I'm going to choose from? Stay tuned next time. Thanks for watching.